Thursday night baseball is live and on the air on the show. Tonight should be a good one between the Midland Rockhounds and the San Antonio Missions. Live baseball coming up right after this. Brady Feigl coming in for this one, a left-hander from Maryland. 6'4", 195 pounds, age 28. We'll get the call here tonight. Now getting ready to start this ball game is the right fielder, Mickey McDonald. And we are ready to play some baseball. Well, let's play ball. And here is the first pitch by Brady Feigl, and we are underway. So that's going to be a bunt attempt right there. That's going to go right to first, and he's going to get him as he will. He's going to get him as he snuffs out the bunt attempt baseball for the first out of the inning. Well, a chance now to give you starting lineups for the visitors here tonight. And so far, the Midland Rockhounds winning the first two games of this starter series against the San Antonio Missions. So far, it needs to be a game where the Missions may win this one, or I don't know what happens, but we'll find out what goes on. Marcos Brito coming in. He's going to fly out right to left. And Ruta has it for the second out of the inning.
Batting third,
Lazaro Armenteros, the left fielder, will stride in. And now here is the pitch. And that's going to be a changeup outside. And the count now is 1-0. So far, Brady Feigl, his ERA is .313 over a .275. So far, so good. And gotta say, his command on the mound is really well, but needs to work on a lot of things before he gets promoted to AAA level ball. So far, when you start in AA Central or any AA team out there, they expect you to be at your best. You got to give it your all when you play baseball for any organization. You know, hard work will pay off in the end when you get that call up into AAA or even Major League Baseball. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch, and swing and a miss. And a 1-2-3 inning, as that will quickly retire the inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on. So it's on to the bottom of the first, and no score. Parker Dungy, a right-hander from Indiana, getting the call. 6'0" and 215 pounds, age 26. So far, everything looks good on his ERA is .615 over .319. And pretty much that's good. Aggie Rosario will come in as he will start the bottom of the first inning for San Antonio. And here is the pitch by Parker Dungy, and that's going to be a four-seam fastball. That is too high out of the zone, and the count 1-0. Good home crowd we have here tonight. So far, coats and pants, as we see a mild evening, about 53 degrees. So far, you can tell that there is a few clouds. Little spits of rain showers around the area, but not too much for the ground to get wet. So far, go ahead, give your teams. Frisco at Amarillo. Midland at San Antonio. Springfield at Northwest Arkansas. Which tonight the Naturals in Springfield were rained out due to the torrential rains. And so far, that right there is the first out of the inning. Parker Dungy will strike out Aggie Rosario for the first out of the inning. Now here's the hot corner man as Esturi Ruiz. Corpus Christi at Arkansas, Tulsa at Wichita. So far, everybody is playing tonight except for Springfield and Northwest Arkansas. Gotta say, we looked at the camera and it was coming down heavy. It was rain like we've never seen before. Rain, lightning, and a pea-sized hail, and strong winds. And lots of lightning, I will say it. So far, that's why the Cardinals and the Naturals were postponed. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Now, when Frisco visited Northwest Arkansas for the first time in 6 games, they had to postpone, and that's going to be right there up in the left. And the left fielder will go over and get that one for the second out of the inning. We'll be back to talk about the subject. Right now, we have your starting lineups for the home side. So far, the Missions look to end a 2-game losing streak and try to win a game here tonight. Left fielder is Ben Ruta as he strides in. Now, Frisco and Northwest Arkansas, we will talk about it. First time since last year in 2020, back when the COVID-19 pandemic had hit. And so far, all the ball games were canceled. And Frisco and Northwest Arkansas did not play the first of that 6-game series that night due to somebody coming up positive for COVID-19. Swing and a miss. The count now is 2-2. So far, COVID-19 has really begun to slow down. And gotta say, it's just really been on the easy pace. You know, we are trying very hard to get up in there and to get this virus already out of here. That's what needs to be done. But even though we are progressing well, and so far minor league baseball and Major League Baseball is keeping up with health officials to make sure you and your family is safe during this time. Right there up to first. First baseman has it, and he's got it for the out. So no runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on. We played 1 full, and we go to the top of the second, no score. Edwin Diaz, the first baseman, will stride up for the top half of the second inning for Midland. So far ready to go. And now here is the first pitch by Feigl. And that's going to be lifted high fly into the air, right into the foul. Is 1 away. Chance now to give you defensive alignments here tonight for the Missions. And looking out at center field is Robert Hassel. Good guy out there. He's got Ben Ruda and James Mears out there in the outfield. So far, the outfield is most important when you have a baseball game. Right there, Mears has it, and 2 away. So far, this half inning is progressing quickly. And now here is the catcher, Tyler Soderstrom. So far, a good home crowd we have here tonight on this Thursday evening. Which tonight we do have a Thirsty Thursday. So far, after the game, sit back and, well, as you leave here tonight, make sure that you go and get you a free Slurpee from 7-Eleven. That's going to be hit right there, and that is gone. A home run. Soderstrom, the first solo shot here tonight out in right field. And Midland is on the board first by 1. Well, high fives to him, and so far walk to the bullpen, and so far the manager's like, whoa, where did that come from? That was a high fly one right there.
Third baseman, Jordan Diaz.
And that's going to be Jordan Diaz right there. And Ruta has it, and he's got it for the out, and that ends the inning. Another shot right here as we look at a solo shot out in right field. Bottom of the second, the Rockhounds lead it 1-0. Bottom half of the second, here is C.J. Abrams to lead the bottom of the second inning here tonight. Now here is the pitch, and that's going to be right there. That is out of play, and foul as that goes into the fans. And now here is the 0-1, and that's going to be another one fouled off, making a little good contact right there. And now the 0-2, and that's going to be right there, out of play and in foul grounds. Here's another 0-2, and that's a four-seam fastball. That is that misses outside for the ball, so 1-2. 1-2 right there, high fly in the air, left field. Left fielder has it, and he's got it for the out, 1 away.
Batting fifth.
Well, the chance now to give you starting lineups for the away side. And you're looking out there, and left field is Lazaro Armenteros and Raymond Laureano and Mickey McDonald. So far, outfield reserves are pretty good, and you always got to keep up with them. Now here is the pitch, and that's going to be a four-seam fastball inside. The count now is 0-1. Missions catcher, that is Winston Sawyer, coming in the box. 1 away, nobody on. Bottom of inning number 2. And Midland is up by 1. That's going to be a base hit. The third baseman tries to get that one, but can't pull it in. And there's going to be a 1-out single. And that's going to bring up the center fielder is Robert Hassel. Hassel's coming in. That's going to be a four-seam fastball, and the count now 0-1. Do apologize if I do yawn a little bit. But so far it is probably the nice cool air. Change up in the count now, 0-2. Well, and that's going to be lifted high fly into the air to the center field area, and he's going to run it, and he's got it for the out. And that baseball was well hit, but not far enough, as the center fielder will run it down. And we'll say he made a terrific grab right there shy of the warning track. So 2 away in the inning. And now here's the pitch. That's going to be a changeup down low, and the count 0-1 to the first baseman Tyler Malone. Gotta love this great home crowd here tonight. And now here's the 0-1. That's right there, and that'll go foul. So a two-seam fastball. And the count now is 0-2. 2 away, 1 on at first. And four-seam fastball, that is down low. So the count now is 1-2. 1-2. And that's going to be lifted high fly into the air right to the center field area. And he's going to get there, making the play again shy of the warning track, as that will do for this half inning. No runs, 1 hit, 1 left, no errors. And we go to the top half of the third, and it's a 1-0 Midland lead. Jonah Bride, the DH here tonight, will start the top half of the third inning. So far, here is the pitch by Brady. And that's going to be a 2-seam fastball, and the count now 0-1. So far with the weather, go ahead and get you started on that. There is thunderstorms for early afternoon tomorrow, but we should be good by the time we start baseball play tomorrow to start off the 4th of the 6-game series. 0-2 the count. And now here is the pitch to him. High fly into the air to the right field area. And that will go out of play and foul. Top of 3 in this one. That's right there. And that's going to be fair ball right there as Churi Ruiz gets them down for the first out of the inning. And now here is the center fielder, Ramon Laureano, coming in. 1 away in the inning. And that's going to be a changeup that gets fouled off. And that's a little bit high, but that will go foul. And now here is the 0-1. Right there to the right field area. Mears on his horse, and he's got it for out number 2. And that'll bring in the right fielder, Mickey McDonald. He ground out in the first. He is 0 for 1. So far, it's going pretty good here tonight. Missions need to rally back in the 3rd inning and try to get some runs on the board. Right there to the hot corner man. And right to first, a beautiful play as Churi Ruiz will get that one. And we go to the bottom of the 3rd, and it's a Rockhounds 1-0 lead. Joshua Mears, the right fielder, will stride in. Start the bottom of inning number 3. There's a pitch that's lifted high fly into the air to the left field area. Left fielder has it, and he's got it for the first out of the inning. So 1 pitch and 1 high fly one that will get him out. And that is 1 away. Robbie Podorski, the DH, will stride up. And that's going to be a 2-seam fastball, and the count now is 1-0. 1 ball and no strikes. And that's going to be a change-up swing and a miss, and the count evens at 1-1. Parker Dunshee from his hometown of Zionsville, Indiana. He was the 7th overall pick in the year of 2017, back for the Oakland Athletics. 3 balls and 1 strike. And on deck is Aggie Rosario. So far you can see that young man right there wearing his big warm coat. I'd be wearing it too if it was a little bit chilly. And that's going to be right there. Anybody? Anybody? Yep, it will be the second baseman for the out. And there is 2 up, 2 down in this one. Aggie Rosario, strikeout in the first, 0 for 1. We'll stride up to the plate, and there's going to be a 4-seam fastball inside. And the count now is 0-1. Swing and a miss. The four-seam fastball. And the count now is 0-2. Stay tuned. We got a break after this. And that is strike 3 called. And Rosario will go down on strikes. No runs, 1 hit. Or should I say no hits. And no errors. And nobody left on. So we go to the top half of the 4th right after this when we come back from our commercial break. So stay tuned, everybody. Back for more baseball as we start the top of the 4th with Marcos Brito right after this.
Leading off for Midland.
And now is Marcos Brito as we start the top half of the 4th inning. And here's the pitch by Feigl. That's going to be lifted, high fly, but out of play. So the count now is 0-1. So far we are back here in the top half of the 4th inning. And so far we are nearly halfway home through this game. And that's a swing and a miss. And what a way Marco is going to get down in the 0-2 count. And gotta say, that right there, he got him chasing. Here is the 0-2. Swing and a miss. And Brito goes down on strikes. Talking with the home plate umpire, and I don't think he is too happy about that call right there, but what can you do? You swung, you missed, you go down on strikes, and you're out. So no questions asked. Don't be asking a home plate umpire that you're mad about that call. So Lazaro Armenteros, the left fielder, coming in as he struck out back in the 1st, and he is 0 for 1. Here's 0-1. Right there, out of play. As that will bounce off the concrete, near the seats even, for 0-2. And that's going to be right there. That's going to get fair ball. Running hard. And he's going to get into third base on the 1-out triple.
Now batting.
And the Rockhounds get their second potential run out 90 feet away in scoring position. Into the box now is Edwin Diaz. He's going to be right there up in center. Center fielder running, and he's got it. And a run in to score on the sacrifice fly. So a run and an out recorded. And now we'll bring in Robert Poisson, the shortstop. And now here is the pitch. And that's going to be a changeup. And that is outside. The count now is 1-0. So far, if San Antonio loses this one tonight, they would be 50-45. Midland will catch up, and it is a tie. It is 50-50 even. And now the 1-0. And that's going to be right there to C.J. Abrams, and he's going to run it, and no, uh-oh. That's going to be a base hit. And he will reach there safely. Should have been an error on that call, but so far there was no error, just a base hit. Slider inside, and the count now is 0-1. Solo home run back in the second inning. He is 1 for 1. Now the 0-1. And that's in there, a strike, and the count now is 0-2. So far, close to 30 pitches by Brady Feigl here tonight. Now the 0-2. Swing and a miss, get him down, and that will end the inning. So it's 1 run on 2 hits, no errors, 1 left. We go to the bottom of the 4th, and Midland leads it 2-0. The hot corner third baseman is Eschuri Ruiz as he strides in for the bottom of the home 4th inning. Last time he was a flyout back in the 1st inning. And that's going to be far and wide outside the zone, and the count now 1-0. So far, a lovely evening. And hope everybody is having a good time out at the ball game. You might be out and pretty much bring a jacket and some pants, because it is quite a nippy one here tonight. So far it is about 52 degrees as the sun begins to set. And we should be into the 40s by the time we are done here tonight. 2-2. And that's going to be right there, and that will go out of play and foul. So usually it is hot during the afternoons. And so far as the sun begins to set, it usually gets pretty decent. So 3 balls, 2 strikes, the count. 3-2, and that is too high. Ball 4. Oh, what a way to get that one going. Parker Dunshee will walk Eschuri Ruiz right to first base. And that will bring in Ben Ruta, the left fielder. Pop out in the first, 0 for 1. So far for Midland, 2 runs, 3 hits, no errors. For San Antonio alone, just 1 hit. They're looking for some runs to come in across the score, and hopefully will hold the lead here tonight. Here's the pitch. That is far and wide. That slider was way too far out of the zone for the ball. The count now is 2-0. And hopefully he holds up, just not to get one and wave the bat by swing and miss a far one. And that's a four-seam fastball inside the zone, and the count now is 2-2. So far, when you swing and a miss, that means you get strike 1, strike 2, and you're out on strike 3. So far, here is the 2-2, and that's going to be right there. Changeup makes a little contact. So the count now still remains at 2. Right there again, another foul ball. So the tying run, that is Ben Ruta, coming in, and that's going to be a changeup, full count. So 3 balls and 2 strikes. On deck, C.J. Abrams. 3 balls, 2 strikes, runner at first. And right there, a four-seam fastball, still a full count. Looking to get one outside for another walk. And right there. Will they overrun? And he's out at second. And thought he would get safe. But evidently, that will not work for the Missions. And that's lifted high fly right there, right field. And he's got it for the second out of the inning. So far, he didn't blister that baseball, but so far, 2 away in the inning, and that'll bring up the Missions catcher, Winston Sawyer. Sawyer coming in, the pitch to him, that is down low, the four-seam fastball outside, and the count now is 1-0. Runner at first, 2 away. And right there, oh boy, that gets under the first baseman. And that's going to be in for the base hit.
The center fielder, number 9.
Boy, howdy.
Hassel.
Well, he tries to get that baseball, and it went right under him. And here is the center fielder, is Robert Hassel. Here's the pitch, and that's going to be right there. Anybody? Nope. Left fielders try to run it down, but they can't catch up to it. And that's a 0-1 count. Fly out in the second, 0 for 1 by Robert here. And now here's 0-1. That's right there. Will they get him? Yes, they will. They will avoid some 2 runners out there on bases. So it's no runs on 1 hit, no errors, and 2 left. Top of the 5th, and it's a 2-0 Rockhounds lead. Jordan Diaz, the hot corner third baseman, will come in as we start the top half of the 5th inning. Here's the pitching. That's going to be lifted high fly into the air, and Mears will get that one just a few steps. And that is for the first out of the inning.
The batter,
Jonah Bride, the designated hitter. I was going to say the DH, but it will be better if you say it either that way or the other way. But who really cares? Say it the way you want to say it. 2-seam fastball, that is down low, and the count now is 0-1. Feigl, 2 balls and 30 strikes. So far, his pitch command has been really exceptional on the way he's commanded his pitches. And that's a changeup. So look at that. 2 balls and 31 strikes. And so far, this guy right here, that is Brady Feigl, he's throwing a confidence. He's got there. And he's got it good. Right there, swing and a miss. And my goodness gracious. What the heck is going on with the stream here tonight? But so far, it got that little deal in the top right-hand side of my screen. The count now is 2-2. And that's lifted high fly into the air, and that will go out of the park. And still holding on at 2-2. That's ball 3, 4-seam fastball, and on deck is Joshua Mears. 3-2 right there. That's going to be right to second. We're right to first, and he's safe. Uh-oh. And there's that error. Boy, howdy, I tell you what. That's the error that you don't see every day, but now you do. So far, it is a error that you don't see every day, but now you do. Here is the right fielder, Joshua Mears. He flied out in the third and is 0 for 1. And that is ball 1.
I got a ball, 1 strike.
So 1 ball and 1 strike. Here's the pitch. And that is a 2-seam fastball that gets fouled off. The count now is 1-2. And right there, strike 3 called. And Mears has a little bit of a disagreement to the home plate umpire. And I gotta say, we don't blame him at all for being this upset. And now here is the next batter coming in. And that's a 4-seam fastball in the count now. 0-1 to Robbie Podorski. Pop out in the third. 0 for 1 by the DH here tonight. So far, we do apologize to our viewers here, as we will tell these camera crews to start updating their services, and hope they don't see that boring message again. That's going to be right there, and that's going to get down for the base hit, and there's going to be something going on. He's in there. All right, second and third now, and they raced it in, and that's going to bring in Mario coming in, and time is going to be called here, as here comes the manager, and that will do for the starter. That is Parker Dunshee. So far, he stands to be the loser if those 2 runs come in across the score. James Nail, 6'4" and 185, age 26 right-hander, called from the outfield to come in and get into this one. 1-0 the count by Agate Rosario. 2 strikeouts and is 0 for 2. And now the 1-0. And that's going to be right there. Will that get down? Yes, it will. Bases are now loaded. So what a way to get that one going. And that'll bring in the hot corner, Esturi Ruiz. So what a way to get it going. He's got it going, and he's going to get it good if he could get a grand slam. And that's down low in the count, 1-0. Walk in the fourth by the 0 for 1. That is Ruiz in the box. 1-0. And that's outside for the ball. Count now is 2-0. So 2 balls and no strikes. Nobody to put anybody on. And that's a 2-1 count. Looking for a grand slam. And that's lifted high, fly in the air to center. And is it right there, right to the wall. And here comes the run in, and that's a run on a sacrifice fly. And the Missions now trail by 1. That'll bring in Ben Ruta. He will stride in. Thought that would have been a grand slam. It would have been nice if it was. And now here is the pitch. And that's right there. Will that get down? Yes, it will. It'll get down. And the run in to score. And we got a brand new ball game.
Not shortstop, C.J. Abrams.
That'll bring in C.J. Abrams. Abrams is coming in, and he is ready to go. Into the windup, the pitch here, and that is outside, a slider, and that's far and wide. And the count now is 1-0. Abrams, 2 times he flied out. And is 0 for 2. And that's right there, right to second, and right to first, as they will end the inning on that one. So 2 runs, 3 hits, no errors. And we go to the top half of the 6th inning, and we are deadlocked at 2. Top half of the 6th, here's the right fielder, Mickey McDonald, as he was a 2 groundouts. And is 0 for 2. Here is the pitch. And that's going to be a 4-seam fastball inside the zone. And the count now is 0-1. Don't forget, tomorrow night, 7:05 for Friday Night Baseball. And want you guys to come in and enjoy the fun. Grab your tickets now at samissions.com. Purchase and print from home. And also, don't forget, we are passing out the 2022 season schedules for the 2022 season. So far, we will hand those out after tonight's game when you exit the ballpark here tonight. Right there, Mears has it, and out number 2. So far, that right there is pretty good. Lazaro Armenteros, the left fielder, was a triple and a run and is 1 for 3. Or correction, 1 for 2. My bad on that one. Right there, the 4-seam fastball in the count now is 0-1. So far for Feigl, 41 pitches so far for his time, and gotta say, his time is almost over for the evening. Right there, as that will hit the wall. And the count now is 0-2. Well, this will be Brady Feigl's last ever inning. For the evening, I should say. I mean, his pitch command was really exceptional. His strikes are more than 0-2. Here is the 0-2. And that's right there. That's going to be a base hit. And they're going to try to get it into second. And he's in there with a 2-out double.
Now batting, the first baseman, Edwin Diaz.
That's going to bring in Edwin Diaz. So Diaz is coming in, and that means we're going to have the manager come up to the mound, and that's going to do it for the starter here tonight. Dan Altavilla coming out, as he will retake the place of Brady Feigl, as he was removed out of the game after 45 pitches in this one. Dan Altavilla coming in, as he's a 20-1 innings, and his ERA is 5.75. And he is a strikeout guy, 24-12. His average is 250 over 228. So far, pretty good for him. Here's the pitch, and that's going to be lifted high fly into the air. And the catcher has it, and that ends the inning as he comes out on one pitch to save the Missions from getting into danger. So 1 hit only on 1 left. Bottom of the 6th inning, and still tied at 2-2. Winston Sawyer, the catcher, 2 for 2 and 2 singles.
The catcher.
Coming in and ready to go. Here is the pitch. And that's going to be back up the middle. That's going to be a base hit under the pitcher's legs. And we'll say it. That one was right under him. So you can see the instant replay. The pitcher would have had that one and would have gotten him out at first. And here is Robert Hassel. And that's a cutter outside for the ball, and the count now is 1-0. Hassel flew out, and he grounded out and is 0 for 2. Here's the pitch. That's going to be a changeup. And the count now is, yes, it is 1-1, I guess. Yep, there we go. I was right. Changeup is in there. And now the 1-1. And that's cutter inside for a strike. And the count now 1-2. Pardon me about getting a little confused. And that's going to be right there. Lifted high fly in the air. That's going into right, and he's gone! 2-run shot by Robert Hassel. And the Missions take the board. And that is going to be 2 runs that they will lead. And what a way to get that one gone. My goodness. Hassel delivers. And he knew it was the right one. And that was out of here. 103 miles an hour. And that projection was 40 feet in the air. My goodness, that was a beautiful play. And that's going to bring in number 43. And that is Tyler Malone. Malone reached on an error and is 0 for 2. Did I say 43? I mean 33. Do apologize about Malone's jersey number. And now here is the 0-2. That is outside for the ball. And the count now is 1 ball and 2 strikes. Here's the 1-2. And that is outside. And even thing set 2-2. So far, if you want to donate to the stream, you can. We are accepting PayPal. And if you want to further the streams, you can. And we are beginning that in 2022. And sure hope everybody will come out and enjoy the ball game and the live broadcast here in San Antonio, Texas. Well, I gotta say, next year is going to be the biggest year in minor league baseball. And number one, you're probably going to ask, well, why? Well, gotta say, the Missions get to play 9-hole ball clubs. So far as of yesterday, the Missions and all of AA Central Baseball was announced that their schedules was released. So, gotta say, for everybody, we're gonna have a good time, and so far it's going to be a good one right there, and that's gonna be for a ball.
Now batting.
And that's going to be a 4-pitch walk. And that's going to bring in Robbie Podorski, the designated hitter. Double in the run. And is 1 for 2. Here's the pitch. And that's a changeup. That is inside the zone. And the count now is 0-1. Well, we start on the road in 2022. 3-game series against the Corpus Christi Hooks. And now, always remember, Mondays is days off. We will still do 6-game sets. And we'll have our home opener on April 12th. That's a Tuesday night. We play the Frisco Rough Riders. And right there is 2 away in the inning.
Second baseman, Aggie.
And that'll bring in Aggie Rosario. And that's going to be a 4-seam fastball, and the count now is 1-0. After the first 6 games of the year, Missions will head to Amarillo and then be back on April 26 as the San Antonio Missions play the Springfield Cardinals. Missions on the road after the 6-game homestand. They will go to Corpus Christi May 3rd through the 8th. And we'll say that May the 8th will be my 29th birthday. And so far we will celebrate it with gameplay streams and hopefully lots of baseball on that day. Missions back home. They start a 12-game homestand. Beginning May 10th through the 22nd, they play Arkansas and Midland. Well, first and second now, Rosario will be walked to first. And that'll bring in Eschery Ruiz. Sacrifice fly, a walk, a run, batted in. After that 12-game set, Missions on the road, they'll play 6 games against the Frisco Rough Riders out there at Riders Field. That is the 24th and the 29th of May. Missions back home, they play the first ever game versus the Los Angeles Dodgers AA Central affiliate, the Tulsa Drillers. So 31st through the 5th. And then back on the road, they go to Corpus Christi. Beginning June 7th through the 12th. And then coming home, playing Amarillo the 14th through the 19th. So June 21st, Missions are on the road. They go to Wichita. For the first time ever, they play the Wichita Wind Surge. Robert Hassel coming in as he shot a 2-run home run over the right field wall. And we go to the top half of the 7th. The Missions lead it 4-2. Back for more after this. Robert Poisson comes in, 1 for 2 single in the 4th inning. As we start the top half of inning number 7. So far, Altavilla is going, and he is ready. Here's the pitch, and that's going to be a 2-seam fastball, and the count now is 0-1. So 6-game set against the Wichita Wind Surge. And going to Midland after that for a 6-game series. That will go from the 21st to the 3rd of July. Here's the 0-1. That is a 2-seam fastball. And the count now is 1-1. Missions are home on 4th of July as they play the 6-game series against the Frisco Rough Riders. So Frisco for 6. And then play Amarillo on the road July 12th through the 17th. And after that, they take the 18th through the 21st of July, being off. And that will that will do for the first half of the season. Right there to left field. Ruta has it, and there is one away.
Now batting, the catcher, Tyler Soderstrom.
That will bring in Tyler Soderstrom. After that, July 22nd, which lands on a Friday night, we'll have a short 3-game series against Corpus Christi. Missions on the road after that. They'll head to Midland for a 6-game set. And then after that, August 2nd, we're coming home and playing the Wichita Wind Surge for a 6-game homestand.
All ones the count.
After that, Tuesday, August 9th, we are on the road for 12. Missions will be gone until August 23rd. So the 9th through the 21st, Missions will play the Frisco Rough Riders and the Northwest Arkansas Naturals. 23rd of August, we are back home to play 12 versus the 6-game series with the Midland Rockhounds. And 6-game set against the Corpus Christi Hooks from August 30th to September 4th. Missions on the road one more time in the year as they will take on the Springfield Cardinals there at the shores of the Blue River. Missions back home, and they finished the season beginning September 13th through the 18th as they take on the Amarillo Sod Poodles. Nothing into the count. Here's the pitch, and that's going to be lifted high fly into the air. Right there, Hassel has it, and he's got it for out number 2. And now here is Jordan Diaz, the hot corner man. 2 flyouts and is 0 for 2. Into the windup. Here's the pitch. And that's a 4-seam fastball. And the count now is 0-1. Nothing and 1. And that's in there. A slider. And the count now is 0-2. Swing and a miss. Get him down for the final out of the inning. And ladies and gentlemen, get up and stretch as we take you out to the ball game. San Antonio leads it 4-2.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention.
Aaron Brown, 6'2" and 223-pound lefty, getting the call here, and is age 28. And now here's the left fielder, Ben Ruta. Double, a run batted in, and a 1 for 3. So far starting his time. And that's going to be a ball down low with the 4-seam fastball. So the count now is 1-0. So far so good. Here's the pitch and too high. And that is ball 2. So far, Mission fans has their fingers crossed that the Rockhounds will not be tied evenly, even though trailing by just 2 runs here in this half inning. So far after this game, don't forget, in the Double-A Central, we will give you your standings and the final scores of tonight's ball games from the North AA Central to the South AA Central. And now here is the 3-2. That is outside, ball 4. And I gotta say, Aaron just walked his first man to first base. That'll bring in shortstop C.J. Abrams, which he grounded out back in the 5th inning and is 0 for 3. So far, so good. Runner at first, nobody out. Here's the pitch, and that's a four-seam fastball down at his kneecaps for the cold strike, and the count 0-1. So make sure that you guys come in for Friday night baseball.
Ball, that's off the plate.
And so far, our first pitch of the ball game is 7:05. So join us for the weekend as we have Missions baseball.
One ball.
We are home for 2 straight weeks before our final road series of the year. And that's going to be lifted high fly into the air to the second baseman, and he's got it for the first out of the inning. Oh my goodness, that was pretty good. Winston Sawyer, 3 for 3, 3 singles and a run, coming in across the score. And now here's the pitch, and that's going to be right there, right to second, and they won't get a double play off that one. And as you look at the 6th inning, you see this guy right here. He blistered a ball with a 2-run shot, and that was the center fielder, Robert Hassel. And so far, he's got it going in this one. And back to first, he's back in standing. 2 away, 1 on. 4-2 our score. The Missions lead it. Tonight could be their lucky night to win one and to send these fans home happy. And the count now 0-1. Here's the pitch, and that is down low at the knees. So for a called strike, and the count now 0-2. Here's the 0-2. And that's far and outside for a changeup, and the count now 1-2. So far, there's the manager right there, and keeping his fingers crossed that this starter on the mound for the Missions will get a pretty good, decent one right there. That's going to be right there, and the center fielder will get that one for the out. So no runs on a few hits, no errors, and 1 left on. Top half of the 8th inning, 4-2 our score as the Missions lead in this one. The designated hitter is Jonah Bride as he strides in for the top half of the 8th inning. And gotta say, it is a pretty good one on this Thursday evening. So far, 2 more innings to play, and here's the pitch to him, and that's going to be a swing and a miss. And the count now is 0-1. Looking in is Altavilla. And now here's the 0-1. Swing and a miss. And he got him chasing right there. The count now is 0-2. One more time. And swing and a miss. Well, a 1-2-3 swings. And that is the first out of the inning.
Number 22.
Well, I gotta say, after getting rained out, which was August 26th, well, Springfield and Northwest Arkansas getting rained out. And I do apologize about what I said about that. Let's see, the 26th, that was... Oh, okay, I know it. It was Thursday night, wasn't it? Oh boy, howdy. They get y'all a little bit confused, but I do apologize. Raymond Laureano, the center fielder, coming in now and is ready to go. Here's the 0-1. And that's going to be a high fly right there to right. And that is out of play. Right, forgot our shout outs. We've got fans watching this live stream from Midland and Corpus Christi as well. Corpus Christi Hooks out of state. They're in the great state of Arkansas. And gotta say, how lucky did they get to play the Arkansas Travelers? I mean, yeah, luck is not always everything, but you always gotta have luck on your side. As the great Obi-Wan Kenobi once said, luck, there ain't no such thing as luck. And right there, that's gonna be a base hit back up the middle. That's gonna be under the pitcher. And the pitcher thought he nearly had that baseball. It was close. As you can see, instant replay, he nearly had it. That'll bring in Mickey McDonald, which he lined out in the 6th inning and is 0 for 3. Missions look for a double play. It'll be the inning double play, which gives you 2 free tacos. And don't forget that this homestand and the last homestand of the year against the Corpus Christi Hooks and the Amarillo Sod Poodles. Sod Poodles come first. Corpus Christi comes after that. When we come back from the city of Dallas, Texas, which is home to the Frisco Rough Riders. Frisco is just north of Dallas. And now the 0-1 right there inside, cold strike, and the count 0-2. So far, that's why they call Dallas the Texas Rangers territory. Even though you watch Walker, Texas Ranger, that is where they filmed the entire series. Up there in Dallas. The 0-2. And that's too high. The slider and the count 1-2. 11,747 fans have come out to the ball game. And so far, it is a pretty good one. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 1 away, 1 on. Here's the pitch. And that's going to go right into the left and out of play. So the count now is 1-2. One and 2, and that's going to be right there to Esturi Ruiz. He gets it. And he's got it for out number 2.
The second baseman,
Marcos Brito, the second baseman, lined out in the 6th inning. He is 0 for 3. So far, so good. Now, I know I was in a little bit of a confusion for tonight, but I was right the first time. Don't know why I have to repeat myself, but Springfield and Northwest Arkansas has been postponed due to heavy rain. Here's the pitch. And that's inside for a slider, and the count now is 0-1. So far, Corpus Christi And Arkansas just finished their game, and the Arkansas Travelers winning by 1, 2-1, the final score there at American Ballpark there in Arkansas. Boy, I gotta say, I miss that ballpark so much. It is just a beautiful ballpark. But to be honest with you guys, we do not go to Arkansas next year. Now, that is pretty sad. Now, the Arkansas Travelers will come to San Antonio, but so far we will not visit American Ballpark. Well, so far that is really sad, but evidently I can't do nothing about it, because Major League Baseball has already made the schedules, and they know where everybody is supposed to be. 0-2. Swing and a miss. Get them down, and that ends this half inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on. We go to the bottom half of the 8th, and it's a 4-2 ball game. Jeff Criswell will come in, 6'4" and 225-pound, age 21 right-hander will get the call to start the bottom of the home 8th. Tyler Malone, the strikeout in the sexiest, the 0 for 3. So far, so good in this one. Well, the Amarillo Sod Poodles in the bottom half of their 8th inning.
Nope, that's a ball.
And so far, it is a 3-0 shutout. Amarillo's got him in a little bit of a twirl, but evidently they're doing pretty well. It's going to be right there up into left field, and the left fielder is going to get there, and that will be the first out of the inning.
Now batting, right fielder.
Right fielder is Joshua Mears, walk in the 6th and is 0 for 2. Here's the pitch that is outside, far and wide. And the count now is 1-0. There's a pitch that is inside. And the count now is... And down low, that will bounce. And the count now is 2-1. Swing and a miss. The four-seam fastball goes right by Mears. And the count now is 2-2. And right there, strike 3 called. Oh, boy, howdy. Gets him down looking. And there is the first 2 outs in the inning. 1 for 3, the double in the run by Robbie Podorski. Now the pitch, that is down to curveball. And the count now is 1-0. 1-0. And right there, the four-seam fastball will even things at 1-1. Here's the pitch to him, and swing and a miss just outside. For the strike right there, he gets him down pretty easily. So 1-2, as the on-plate umpire says it. And strike 3 at the knees. And with that, he's in disagreement with that home plate umpire. And you gotta say, uh-oh, he's just been tossed. And they're going to go out there and argue. We're going to take some time, as he's going to get everybody to cool down. And so far, that will just be about it. So he walks back to the bullpen, and he argues his case, but doesn't end up winning. And now that'll bring up Lazaro Armenteros to lead off the top half of the 9th inning. There's a pitch. That's going to be a four-seam fastball inside. And the count now is 0-1. 0-1, and right there, that is outside. So the count now is 1-1. So far, confidence level for Altavilla is really high. So pretty good. That's a line drive right there. That's going to be trouble as it is. And that is going to be a runner at third on a no-out triple.
Now batting, the first baseman.
And that means the tying run is coming up in this one. So top half of the ninth inning. And trying to get some outs to go. And that's going to be right there up and right. And that will go out of play and foul. Edwin Diaz. Sacrifice fly and a run batted in and is 0 for 2. So got to keep the momentum up and try to win this one here this evening. Mission's up by 4-2, but they are getting into early danger in this one.
No ball, 2 strikes.
Strike 2 swinging, and the count now 0-2 to Edwin. Runner at third, tying run is Edwin. And so far trying to get out of this inning, 0-2. And that's lifted high fly into the air. That's going to be enough to bring in the run coming in. And in to score is the runner at third.
Shortstop, Robert Poisson.
That will bring in the shortstop, Robert Poisson. As he strides in. Poisson tonight, the single in the fourth. He is the 1 for 3 in shortstop position. One away, a run in to score. Tying run is Poisson, and that's going to be right there. And he's going to get him. Yes, he will. There is 2 up at 2 down.
Now batting.
Poisson tries to do a base hit. Little tapper. And that'll bring in Tyler Soderstrom. Last chance for him. 2 gone in the ninth inning. Just hanging on by 1. Claim the victory. And now the count now 0-2. And down against it now. Their final strike of the night. Here's the 0-2. And lifted high fly in the air. Left fielder Ruta has it, and he's got it, and that is the ball game. Well, that means the Missions, they fight to live another night in the Alamo City. So far, the Missions now up 51, and Midland now 49-50 of the year. So far, don't forget, we got your scores coming up. And can't wait to go ahead and give them to you here in this one. So after tonight's scores, we will be it for this game here as well. And so far, we hope that you guys come back tomorrow night and join us for Missions Baseball as we continue our series against Midland. Back for more after this.
First for the victorious Missions. 4 runs, 7 hits, no errors. They left 8 men on base. For the Rockhounds, 3 runs, 6 hits, 1 error. They left 3 men on base. Time of the ball game, 2 hours and 58 minutes. Thank you for joining us here tonight. And we remind you to please drive home safely.
And so tonight this ball game will come to an end, as we will give it a close here tonight. Well, let's go ahead and give you your final scores. Tulsa at Wichita, 4-2 the final. The Drillers will win. San Antonio beats Midland 4-3 in a close finish tonight. Final from Amarillo, the Frisco Rough Riders, 4-1 is the final. The Arkansas Travelers tonight versus Corpus Christi. Final score is 2-1 out there at American Ballpark. The postponed game is the Springfield Cardinals and the Northwest Arkansas Naturals. Makeup game is tomorrow, beginning at 4 o'clock. So far, so good on this one. Well, let's go ahead and give you your AA Central standings. As so far, go ahead and give you Frisco and Amarillo. Amarillo winning their 44 wins. Or actually, it is 45. 45 over 53. Well, okay, yeah, that sounds just about right. And Frisco is 56 and 42 of the year. San Antonio 51 and 44. Rockhounds 49 and 50. So Corpus Christi and Arkansas. Corpus Christi is 45 and 53. And then Arkansas is 54 and 45. So Tulsa's at Wichita tonight. Drillers win. Drillers will win their 54th. And that means the Drillers and the Travelers, they are 54 and 45. So 58 and 41 for the Wichita Wind Surge. You gotta say, that right there is just pretty good. Well, let's go over your runs, hits, and errors. First for the San Antonio Missions. 4 runs on 7 hits, no errors. And for Midland, 3 runs, 6 hits, 1 error. Robert Hassel was the player of the game with a 1-for-4 with a home run and 2 runs batted in. Winner on the mound will go to Dan Altavilla, as he stayed in for 3.5 innings of play and struck out only 3. James Nail will get the loss on the mound for the Midland Rockhounds tonight. And so far, this will just about do it for everybody here. Final score, San Antonio 4, Midland 3. So back tomorrow night. Don't forget to tune in with us at first pitch at 7:05 for the weekend baseball for Friday. So anyway, have a good night, folks, and we'll see you tomorrow.